For my biofuels project, I chose to look at the biofuel butanol. So what is butanol? Butanol is a form of ethanol, meaning that it's an alcohol. However, butanol has 4 carbons and it is a longer carbon chain. So how is butanol cultivated? So biobutanol utilizes acetone, butanol, ethanol fermentation from different types of feedstock, including algae, corn, starches, and lignocellulosic. Lignocellulosic being the most popular. So for production, in order to derive energy from wood and starches, and lignocellulosic has hexose and pentose sugars that are synthesized and processed by photosynthesis. Then polymerization of components in the cell wall, such as cellulose, are broken down into more of these simple sugars, then put through a process called acetone, butanol, ethanol, or ABE fermentation, where the sugars are made into alcohols. So the development status of butanol. Butanol is a very promising biofuel due to its advantageous properties, such as being immiscible in water, therefore being more favorable for transportation as a fuel source, as well as being more energy dense than current alternative energies in use. However, it is not yet widely available due to high production costs, and also the fermentation process contains inhibitory compounds that prevent it from being maximally produced and effective. So the yields are significantly lower compared to ethanol, but it is more energy dense, so there's research going into if it is actually like the same production as ethanol. And then for the carbon footprint, biobutanol does release carbon dioxide when it is being synthesized. However, the feedstocks that are used to cultivate this alcohol require the use of carbon dioxide in order to foster growth through photosynthesis, so the net carbon footprint is lower. And on the right, you can see sort of a cycle. Some of the CO2 may be released and not taken back by it, but a significant portion of the CO2 produced can be go back into the cycle to be used in photosynthesis. So for the economic impact, in comparison to ethanol, butanol has smaller yields. However, it is more chemically favorable to be immersed with gasoline and has a higher energy content due to the longer alcohol change, which makes it a marketable product. However, due to familiarity with ethanol, ethanol is the main energy source being utilized and sees far greater investment opportunities. But nonetheless, many people still see great promises with butanol in the future, especially due to those really good molecular compatibility with gasoline. So in regards to communication with the public, a lot of researchers are conducting experiments about why the use of biobutanol is more energy efficient than ethanol due to its, quote, higher energy content, lower miscibility with water, lower vapor pressure, and lower corrosivity, end quote, by Patakova. These studies are attempts to bring attention to companies and citizens interested in exploring new alternative biofuels better suited for their products and lifestyles. And a really good thing about biobutanol is that the current engines that we use for cars don't need any modifications in order to be compatible with biobutanol. And now onto the analysis. Biobutanol is a newly emergent and not yet widely used form of biofuel energy due to the enzymes it requires and the expensive processing equipment. However, with additional research on the benefits of biobutanol along with its already favorable characteristics, such as being the most similar to biofuel to gasoline, it could easily become a more prominent and prevalent form of alternative energy. And that leads me to my proposition. So since bioethanol creation is more complex than ethanol and has lower yields, more research should be put into the difference between the energy yields of both, so that biobutanol production is proven to be equal to or better than ethanol due to its higher energy density, even though the yields differ. And in addition to that, bioethanol is easily made from waste or non-edible materials, so it does not contribute to food scarcity. And in contrast to ethanol, ethanol mainly is produced by corn, and since corn is something edible, it kind of raises more questions about if we should be trying to investigate energy sources, or if we should try to be feeding people who don't have access to a lot of foods. And then to raise awareness for the benefits of biobutanol, conferences can be held to describe the properties, research, and appeals about biobutanol. So that's just making sure that we know that biobutanol is the best, and we don't have to put it on the market and then investigate the properties for it. We can just have those good properties and then go into everything. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and here are my citations. Thank you.